Uh, Good. The last days, I felt bad because I had an infection on my stomach, and it was horrible. I was, how do you say, throwing out?
Showing up.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
Everything.
Jeez.
I did at least 6 or 7 times in 2 days. Yeah, it
Uh,
was it was horrible. And now probably I'm not at 100%, but I'm at 70 or 75%. So now I'm feeling better. And
well,
you?
75 is not very high, Mickey.
No,
I'm
but
sorry that you're
yeah,
still a little bit sick.
yeah. I feel like tired. I think that's for the same reason because
Yeah.
I lost a lot of water and probably I'm a little bit dehydrated, but I'm feeling better now.
Okay. Well, it's good that you feel better. On the other hand, is yeah, it's important to keep yourself hydrated because dehydrations sometimes go unnoticed. You don't notice that you are being dehydrated, and all of a sudden something happens, and you say, "Oh, what's going on?" Well, you need water, and
Yeah.
that goes without. Sometimes you don't notice it, right? So it's
Mhm.
important. Just recover your water, and you will be in good shape. You're young. The immune system is normally strong, and you will find. You will see, Mickey.
Yes, sure. Thank you. And you? How
Yeah,
are you?
well, I tell you, I am swamped with work. Swamped with work. I started a doctoral degree, and I need to do lots of readings, and I'm becoming short on time on many things. I need to start uh, moving things around, delegating some things, subcontracting others, and this, right? Yeah. For example, I joined a school full time in the mornings, and I have another one in the afternoons. So with the postgraduate, it's gonna be practically impossible to maintain the three full-time jobs, right? In addition, that it is not possible to do it because of the scholarship that CONACYT provides on the condition that you devote your time to the research full time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but full time for them is 30 hours a week. So the day doesn't have 6 hours. The day has 24 hours. Actually, you use 8 hours to sleep, of course, and maybe two more to eat. So that's 10 hours. So there are 14 additional hours that people can do lots of things, right? Every day.
Yeah.
Not counting Saturdays and Sundays, which are also the days when you can work, right? So I feel confident that I will be able to cope with the amount of work. It's just a matter of getting more organized. That's what I need, I think.
Yes, sure.
That's about it. But well, we'll see what we do. Um, Today, I'd like to suggest that we see some more of the topic that we were seeing the other day. With Mitch, we started to see the topic of cuisine, and
Mm.
for this effect um, that was here. And there are some really interesting concepts about cuisine, because how do you think cuisine or the culture of cuisine permeates in other countries? How do you think people acquire certain eating habits and discard others, Mickey? How do you think this happens?
Mm, I would say that mainly for the traditions, because there are traditions that we acquire from our parents or grandparents, and yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, that's true. Why do we people eat hamburgers and other people eat hot dogs and other people eat menudo, and some people say onion and they make the cross in their face? They say, "Oh no, onions are terrible," and some people say, "No, I love onions." And why do we people have different feelings towards different dishes, and they say menudo. They say, I know menudo horrible. And the people say jump with pleasure, like I do. I say menudo, I love it, or pozole. How does that permeate in society? How do you? I mean, what are your favorite dishes, Mickey? Why? Why do you think you have those preferences?
My favorite dishes? Hmm, probably sushi, mm, boneless.
Okay.
Probably for the same reason that now I'm sick. Um, I don't have like the emotion to talk about food, but I would say boneless, sushi,
Hey,
and tacos too. I like tacos.
tacos. Okay.
Yeah.
What type of tacos?
Mm,
Pastor tacos or what?
yeah, pastor tacos or uh, asada tacos.
Right. So that is grilled meat.
Yeah, grilled. Yeah.
Very nice. Grilled meat. All right. Do you like bacon or sausage? Not
Yeah.
bacon, but
It's not a product that I usually eat, but yes.
right. Now I've heard some people become crazy because they say, "Oh, hamburgers," and some others they say, "I love hot dogs," and other people say, "Well, I love baguettes." Right, baguettes, which I think are spelled with you, baguettes. And some other people like croissants, and other people like I don't know, different dishes. How do people acquire these likes in general? I know how I acquire them. For example, my best favorite regarding soups is the fideo soup.
Hmm?
That's my favorite with cilantro, lemon, garlic. What else? Of course, lots of lemon. Of course, sometimes onion and the fideo soup with these ingredients. I absolutely love. What do you think about this? This because my mom used to make fideo soup every day, three
Mm.
days a week for the first 18 years that I was at home.
Mhm.
My mom made this soup, and I can tell you that it's absolutely delicious. Well, for me, of course, and my brothers. But what do you think about the way tastes develop?
Mm, yeah, I think that sometimes what occurs is that probably a moment or we remember something on special and that's why we like or that's why we dislike something.
Yes.
Uh, one day I read something about it and but it was about music and I remember that it says that sometimes we like a song for the moment that we were living in the moment that we heard that song or the
Oh, that
emotion that provocates that song or if that song remember us to a person or to someone special. Probably it's more probably that you're gonna like that song.
so. What you're saying? Let me say hello to Mitch.
Yeah.
Hello, Mitch. How are you today?
Hi, teacher. I'm pretty good. Thank you. Today, we had with
Fan-
my classmates a kind of project and artistic installation where it's about like we wanted to represent the secret of the industry of the fashion, and we put like literally a bunch of clothes and at the end like so symbolizing someone uh, enchained encadenado.
Chain, yes, yes, chain,
Yes,
chain.
yeah, uh, that is like the a symbol to how some that kind of enterprises have still slaves to do their products.
Oh, that's impressive. Very nice, Mitch. Yeah, the fashion industry is a very, very interesting industry. that has a lot of, can I say, glamour. Uh, it's fashionable, of course. It's the fashion industry, right? Very nice, very nice. Congratulations. I was chatting with Mickey about why people become attached to certain dishes, certain type of cuisine. Remember that we talked a little bit about this the other day?
Mhm.
And he added a very interesting component. He says, if I'm correct, Mickey, if not, correct me, that there must be sometimes there is certain a certain emotion that is
What is
triggered
that?
triggered is that is like disparada, right? You trigger an emotion, it means that the emotion is probably resting, sleeping, and then you awake it.
Mm.
Yeah, you trigger an emotion and then it awakes. Now the emotion is vivid, intense, evident, clear, and you connect or you attach that emotion to a certain dish or certain type of cuisine. What do you think of this comment, Mitch?
Hmm. Well, it could be that someone has like their favorite dish. Of course, everyone could change their likes in some time of their life. But yeah, it's like if you even to uh, listen the mention of the name of the dishes, you get a little excited, even if they're not going to taste it. But you know that you really like it. You know all the senses that that dish provoke you, and well, it really excites you when you see it, you taste it, you even listen their name.
Listen to the name, yeah. When you smell it, when you
Mm-hmm.
smell, when you smell it too. Very interesting. Very interesting. This opens lots of new questions. For example, Mickey, do you believe or do you imagine that certain dishes or foods, vegetables, meats, certain fruits, meats, or vegetables produce specific emotions or they need to be connected with a specific moment? In other words, you go out on a date with your friend or your girlfriend or someone that you appreciate a lot, and she says, oh, let's have pizza today because I love pizza, which is the Mediterranean pizza or the Hawaiian pizza or something. And then you connect that with a specific song that you like, with a specific place, and with a specific person. Do you think that in the future, just connecting the place or the song or the person will trigger the sensation of that dish? What do you think, Mickey?
Mm, so that probably if you're sharing a moment with someone, uh, and for example, if you're eating something that probably uh, the dish that you're eating will be like taster or something like that. What's the question?
Yeah, that you can make like Mitch said, you make a chain of events. You chain the events. So you connect the dish with the person, maybe with the song, maybe with the place.
Mm-hmm.
And in the future, when you see the place or the song or the dish, you put everything together. You remember that person, or if you see the person, you remember the song. Are they all interlaced? Interrelated? You think they are all interrelated? What do you think about this?
Uh, yeah, I think so. Uh, happens to me when I was with my friends, and for example, I always remember to my friends because me and my friends always went to las alitas because we we took advantage to the promo of all you can eat. So yeah, I think so.
All right. Very nice. Thank you, Mickey. Mitch, do you think there can be another connector, another ingredient of this quartet, which is dish, song, place, person, that makes you connect them all together?
Mm, hmm. Well, now it depends of each person. It's people that enjoy to eat alone, looking a movie. A lot of people tend to like to choose their friends or their partner. The songs could be a kind of song or their favorite kind of songs. The place. A restaurant, a house, and the dish will be the favorite. I think those four factors could be a really enjoying experience. Really, mm, how can I say, unforgettable? Yes,
Unforgettable. Yes, unforgettable.
unforgettable.
Yeah, that's a very important word. Unforgettable. All right. I would like to add another element, which is the scent, the fragrance. And that's strategy that many convenience stores use. Like, for example, if you go to Cibeles, you will always perceive some fragrance. It may be very discreet, but if you smell this fragrance or this scent sometime in the future, that will make you remind you a nice place, a nice situation, a nice episode. And they do it deliberately. It's not like they say, "Oh, let's put you only this perfume just by accident." They have a way to understand human behavior that they do. They are incredibly smart people. Um, well, when people go out on dates, or when they go out for a specific job, or when they plan to go out with a special one or whatever, they pay a special attention to the scent or to the fragrance or to the perfume they're going to wear. Why do you think they do this?
Mm, if it works because they want to sell more, and
Well, if it's a store,
because
yes, yes, yes.
yeah, for example, uh, I know of places that they have like like a peculiar smell, but everything is provocated for themselves. I don't know. For example, Starbucks they have a particular smell, or I don't know if you remember. This buffet is called Shirlane Stockade. And in the
Absolutely,
moment that you
yes.
enter, you detect the smell of Shirlane Stockade, and
Yes.
it's well, I think that it impulses you to buy or to eat there.
Yes. Can we talk then about a unique smell, or let's call it scent or fragrance, that makes the place a unique scent or fragrance that makes you remember not remember, recognize the place at once. That is immediately. What do you think there is such thing?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Um, well, if food has a specific odor, do you believe, Mitch or Mickey, that specific foods produce specific emotions or they are independent? In other words, do specific scents or odors of food produce specific emotions? This is vice versa. or they are independent? What do you think? Can you read the question, please, Mitch?
Mhm.
Please.
Do a specific sense or others of food produce a specific emotion, or they are independent?
What do you think?
Yes, maybe this can be related with the point that we are mentioning the at the first part that people tend to attach to a dish. Even with the mention of the name, they get excited. In this case, if they get the sense or something that remains them to that dish, they also could be excited. Or in another way, if they got another scent that they really dislike, they could get an emotions, but not positive, negative in this case. Yeah, for example, the other, well, or I don't like, I don't know how to say hígado.
Liver?
Onion liver. When I smell that, I feel sad.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You don't even feel disgusted or anything. You feel that makes you feel sad. That's
Sad.
interesting.
Sad because I enjoy so much the times of food and are going to eat liver. No.
Okay. Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, but that provokes a specific emotion. Okay,
Mhm.
very interesting. Thank you, Mitch. How about you, Mickey? Mitch says that many things are interlaced or interconnected. But is it possible that we produce or we have this emotion not because of food? I'm sorry, not because of the company or because of the music or because of the moment, but is it because of the specific odor or the specific scent? In other words, can there be a scent or another that makes you happy, another one that automatically makes anyone sad, or one odor that specifically makes a person awake, or the other one that puts you to sleep? Can there be such a thing? What do you think?
Um, I would say that they are independent because I don't know. For example, for me, when I smell that someone is cooking hamburgers or grilled meat, for me it's amazing. But probably for a person who is vegan or something like that, is like, oh, it's disgusting, you know. So I don't think that is like a specific food for a specific emotion or something like that. I think that uh, everyone is different, everybody is different, and probably someone that likes me uh, is gonna dislike to you, and vice versa, vice versa.
Yeah, vice versa. Okay, that's very, very interesting comments. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Mitch. Let's elaborate a little bit on this. We were talking about this, and there was a bubble that I don't think we read with Mitch the other day, which is the ones on the right. In this chart that I saw partially with Mitch, we have factors for cuisine. Can you read that, Mitch, please, where it says economic conditions, please?
Economic conditions regulate trade in delicacies. What means delicacies?
Delicacies are the fine products which are normally very expensive, like salmon, some types of the shells for sushi, something which is fine food, very sophisticated, and normally very 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 expensive.
Oh,
That can be
okay.
imported as well.
Yes. An imported food stuffed.
Yeah, something that you import. Well, that has a lot to do with trade. In Mexico, basically everything can be produced. I don't know what cannot be produced here. Maybe cod that has to be imported, particularly for Christmas, right? Cod is normally imported. Uh, what do you think, Mickey? Do you know any other food that needs to be imported, or is everything produced here in Mexico?
Mm, um, I don't know, but I think that the majority of things that we consume could uh, could be produced here.
Okay, so that is really it's really not a problem to have all types of foods, fruits, vegetables, etc. Is that correct?
Um, yeah.
Okay. The other topic that we read and we discussed this with Mitch is that religious or sumptuary laws. Can you read that, Mickey, please?
Yes, sure. Religious or sumptuary laws, under which certain foods are required or prescribed.
Proscribed, yes. For
Prescribed.
example, in India, cow meat is not permitted. Cow meat is proscribed in India, right? In Mexico, during Lent, during Holy Week, which we are now close to Holy Week, I believe all the season of Lent, which is Quaresma,
Hmm.
we cannot consume meat on Fridays. That's more or less the regulation, right? Or the law. Is that correct?
Mm, it's supposed, but I think that normally is like, well, in the actuality is like more normal to eat meat.
Okay, even during Lent.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, well, that has been changing a lot. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Sometimes they say, well, the church will forgive you or will give you permission. Even if you don't ask for it, they give you permission, right? But in other
Hmm.
countries, it is more strict, like in India.
Yeah.
What other foods are proscribed? When are they prescribed or prohibited, and why? Do you have other data of food that is prohibited or not permitted in certain dates or not recommended?
Mm, I think that for Jewish people, they can't eat pork.
I think you're right.
I'm not sure, but let me check it.
I believe you're right. Let's check. Yeah, let's Google it, please, if you can. Let's Google this in internet. But which foods are prescribed when and where and why?
Mm, I found here that according to Leviticus 11:3, animals like cows, sheep, and deer that had divided hooves and show their could may be consumed. Pigs, pigs should not be eaten because they don't chew their cud.
Okay,
Yeah,
they
it
don't.
is forbidden.
It is forbidden, right?
Hmm.
Okay, that's
And
very.
Islam too is forbidden
What?
for
What? What
Islam.
else? Sorry.
For Islam people,
What? What is forbidden?
pork.
Pork also. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, interesting. Very interesting. That must have something to do not only with the religion but with the health systems over there, because some people are more prone to certain diseases, right? Some people are prone, which is they can be get this they can be contaminated easily
Mhm.
to certain diseases. So if you are prone to a disease, you try to eliminate it, right? For
Yeah.
example, in Mexico, people are prone to getting diabetes, so they try or they should prescribe sugars in schools at least, right? So Mexican kids are prone to sugar, to diabetes and obesity. That's an example of the application of the word prone. We have the tendency to to acquire diabetes and obesity. Okay, very good, Mitch. Mickey, thank you. Then we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about the characteristics of our national cuisine, which I believe you said. What did you say about this question, Mitch? Remember?
The first one,
Yes, please.
uh, that most of them has corn, uh, and they decorate the dishes with uh, cheese, lettuce, and lot of uh, chili, spicy.
Yeah, spicy. Yeah, hot peppers or chili. That is true. Um, I don't know if you agree, Mickey. And if you would like to read question you below that, please.
Grade 5 different types of world cuisines that are not mentioned in the image.
Can you hear
Well,
me, teacher?
yeah.
Okay.
So, which ones are not mentioned here, Mickey? Because we have Mexican cuisine, French cuisine, Greek cuisine. Which
Uh,
other typical cuisines do you know?
Italian cuisine,
Yeah.
mm, Japanese cuisine,
Yes.
mm, uh, American cuisine,
Yeah, of course. What else do we have? Two more.
mm, uh, Thailand cuisine,
Which is that?
mm, Thailand,
Uh, yeah, Thai
Thailand,
cuisine.
Thai cuisine, yeah.
Thai is from Thailand. Thai
Mm-hmm.
cuisine. Yeah, that's. And my brother loves Ethiopian cuisine, which I have never tried.
Ethiopian.
Yeah, he says that it's absolutely delicious. I have never tried it. I have seen some of the pictures that my brother shares. I absolutely not like it. But well, he's in love with Ethiopian cuisine. I don't know how to spell Ethiopian really quick. What
They
have
eat
you
like
tried any of these, Mitch
beans,
Mickey?
beans and meat, right? I don't know. I'm not too
Yeah,
familiar with
exactly.
Ethiopian cuisine.
Yeah, exactly. But my brother says it's really delicious, but the looks are not very enticing, very attractive at all. Right?
Yeah,
Good, but the looks are not very enticing or attractive, which are similar words, or appealing. You can also say appealing. They have more or less similar meaning. Well, but well. How about the Thai cuisine, Mickey? How is it? Do you know it? Do you like it? Why?
yeah. The first time that I ate Thai cuisine was in Vallarta. It was a restaurant of well, focus on Thai cuisine, and I chose different dishes, and I really like it. It was a little bit spicy, but I liked. I just it wasn't my favorite, but it was like mm, how do you say it, caldo?
Like a soup?
Yeah, it was like a soup with uh, curry, and I don't remember if it was chicken, but it was so spicy. I didn't
Okay.
like it, to be honest, but the rest of the food that I ate there was so good. I really like it.
Wow, incredible, incredible. Did you eat Thai food too, Mitch?
Thai food. I
Yeah.
really I don't really get any. Maybe yes, but I don't know where they from.
Okay. How about Japanese cuisine? You know that more, or even Italian? I'm sure you know Italian and Japanese
Oh,
cuisine.
sure, are
Which
very
one?
famous in the global level. Actually,
Yeah.
my favorite dish is sushi.
Sushi.
And well, I know I'm conscious that they don't like how we are prepare sushi because we manipulate it so many times and we change a lot of the original recipe. But yeah, it's the same name, right? Uh,
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the Italians get pretty mad when see someone in this part of the world to put a lot of ingredients to the pizza.
Yeah.
They get pretty angry.
Yeah. Well, why do you think that happens?
For the same thing that Mexicans get mad with Taco Bell for change the recipe because they are not loyal to the original.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Even the same with Spanish dishes. I've
Mhm.
heard of some Spanish people who come to Mexico and eat the paella, and they say, "Oh, this is very different from the paella we make in Spain, or the fabada, or other dishes." And they get not upset, but they say, "No, no, this is not the real paella, right?" They get proud of their own roots,
Yes.
and it's funny. But then we agree in something very important, I hope, and it is that the recipes change and they get modified in different places to adapt to the national taste or to the local taste. For example, you mentioned something very important, which tacos in the US lack something. What do you think they lack?
Flavor.
What do you think? Flavor. Have you heard anyone say that?
Yes, well, not like that, but I see a lot of gringos that they, when taste really, really Mexican cuisine, they say things like, "Oh, this is nothing that I taste here. Or, this is not like Taco Bell said, but it's much better. Oh, this is pretty. This is a lot of. This is pretty delicious. I never taste something like this and that and that."
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you think? Why do you think they adapt the flavors? For example, they reduce the amount of hotness in their peppers or the chili, because if not, people in the US become like dragons. They throw fire or flames
Mhm.
through the mouth. So what?
Uh,
What? Yes.
I think it's something cultural, attached to the possibilities to have ingredients in each country. Here in Mexico, we have a lot of possibilities because we are mega diverse. But for example, the snack takis, more specific, the purple ones, for example, here are very, very spicy. And in Spain, for example, the same purple takis, the spiciest is like you eat a totopo.
Is that true?
Yes, it's like cultural. They are not used to eat a a lot of spicy stuff, and they prefer that how to manage the enterprises, adapt to them.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And so many changes are underway in many products. For example, I believe Mickey or you, some of you mentioned that Pepsi is adapted to the national culture the same as Coke. They, you know what they do? They add more sugar because the national taste in Mexico is very sugarized. We have been trained by industry, by our customs, by our culture, by our traditions to consume products, sweeter products, sweeter products than other cultures or nations. And that happens with milk. with candies, with food, with drinks, even with wines. The wines that people sell to Mexicans are much sweeter than what they sell in their own countries. What do you believe? What do you think of this, Mickey or Mitch?
Mm, I think that it resumes that for our traditions and for our the way how we normally eat the things. Um, I know that, for example, here in Mexico, that's why we are in the high rates of obesity because we eat a lot of sugar and a lot of fat, and probably in other countries it is different. And obviously, like thinking in a brand, they need to adapt to the market that they are uh, focused. So yeah.
A very good comment, Mickey. Thank you. I like very much one of Mitch's comments also. I like your comment very much, and Mitch's comment about the availability of certain ingredients. If avocado is very expensive in the US, they will put tacos, but they will not offer you avocado on the side. Or if the peppers are very hot and difficult to get over there, they will say, well, we will put a mild chili, not very hot. You had an idea about this, right, Mitch? You mentioned that the availability of ingredients makes restaurants or chain stores decide if they will include it in, for example, you said something about Taco Bell or other brands there.
Yes, I think it's something related that we talked the last class. You remember that, for example, the possibilities to have an ingredient in each country. Of like the example of Korea, the kilogram of lemons are $40. Um, yeah, here things like that are pretty cheap because we get those ingredients so easily. And I imagine if you go to a restaurant in Korea, you have to get a very fancy restaurant to someone give you a lemon. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I believe you're right. Well, that happens with lemons. That absolutely truly happens with avocados because they are so expensive in other countries. Um, I remember that was a long time ago. That was in 1990. 1990. That is 30. 1990. That was 30. What? 33 years ago. 33 years ago. I went to the Ukraine, to Odessa, to play a World Chess Championship for university students in the Ukraine, in Odessa. But the airplane flew through Moscow. It made a stop in Moscow, in the airport of Shemeretyevo, Moscow. Was what? I was 23 years old, I think. 23. Yes, I was 23 years old. That's 23 years ago, 32 years ago. And I bought a piece of bread. It was very expensive, I remember that. And it had a strawberry on the top. A strawberry. It was one piece of bread and a strawberry on the top. I says, well, I'm going to buy it. I says, what? It was expensive. I don't remember, like $5 or something. I bought it, and then everybody was looking at me like a strange creature, like saying, "Oh, that man bought a bread with a strawberry, and the strawberry was big." And I took the strawberry and ate it in one bite. And they looked at me as if I was crazy. They said, "Oh, he just ate a whole strawberry with one bite. He must be a monster or something." Like it was. For their looks, I could imagine that they were going to eat it in bites, small bites, like the strawberry was going to last for 1 week, right? One bite today,
Yeah.
another bite tomorrow. And that's because we have the strawberries everywhere in Mexico, right? Well, not everywhere, but they are very accessible here in Guanajuato for sure. really easy to get, but that's very expensive and fancy in Russia for sure, and in other countries. So that has a lot to do with what Minch is saying, right?
Yeah.
And so that opens. What do you think about this, Mickey?
Yeah. Well, it is funny because, like you said, here in Mexico, for example, strawberries, it is so easy to get in any place because there are big accessibility to it. But I could imagine in other countries that it's so expensive and it is difficult to get that they will be surprised that you eat in just one bite.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it was funny because people were really looking at me like if I was a strange creature. I said, well, no big deal. But well, those are different customs in different places. Which cuisine you have not tried yet that you would like to try? That you say, oh, I'd love to eat this type of food from this country or from this area, from this region. Even in Mexico, maybe somebody hasn't eaten a lot of food from Oaxaca or from somewhere. What do you want? What would you like to try, Mitch or Mickey?
Yeah, actually, you said it. I would like to go to Oaxaca to
Oh
eat
yes.
their food,
Yes.
like
What comes to your mind when you say
mole,
Oaxacan food? Mole. Yeah, yeah, Oaxacan mole.
mole, probably
Uh-huh.
chocolate too, or
Oh, it's most
Yes.
coffee.
famous. Mm-hmm.
Which coffee? Yeah. What else? Mole coffee.
Mole, coffee, chocolate, mm, tamales too.
Tamales. Yes. I just had Oaxacan tamales today in Querétaro with my daughter. I had to go to Querétaro today,
Hmm.
and I ate tamales from Oaxaca. Absolutely delicious. Even the cover is different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, very, very good. Mole, coffee, chocolate tamales. There are other special dishes from Oaxaca. Why don't we Google the special food from Oaxaca? Can we please?
Yeah,
Other
tlayuda, I
or the
think
best
so.
dishes
That
in
it's
Oaxaca.
Which?
Or the
tlayuda.
best dishes in what's in Oaxaca.
La Ayuda. What are those? I've heard the name, but I don't put it with something specific.
Mm, one day I ate tlayuda, but it was in Mexico City, and it was uh, like a huarache, but bigger.
Okay.
It have beans, meat. Could be I remember there was chorizo or grilled meat, um, lettuce, cheese, uh, cream, and yeah. But it was like a huarache, but bigger.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, it was delicious too.
Okay. I'm becoming hungry and I just ate.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, and I'm sick, so
And you're
probably
sick.
that's
You're
something
get,
good.
you're getting better, Mickey.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
That's nice. Okay. Um, what about food from other countries that you have not eaten but you would like to try?
Mm, I would like to try rats from China.
Is that true?
No, but I've seen so images and it looks I don't know. Probably if
Oh,
someone challenge me, I'll do it, but it will be so difficult. But I don't know. Probably a food that is weird for us. Probably
Totally.
okay.
I
Yeah.
don't recommend you to search uh, rats in China cuisine, but if you're curious, that's okay.
Yeah, the last class mission, I came up with a phrase that represents food in China. Remember the phrase, Mitch?
If it moves, it's it you
It's food.
it's
Yeah,
food.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah,
because it's food.
they apply that phrase so many times. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like we mentioned. Obviously, for us, could be disgusting and something so weird, but wow.
Well, there are so many and they don't have enough food. They're going to get food in any way.
Yeah, that's true. That
Well,
is
that's
true.
true too.
Somebody mentioned the name not long ago about antelopes and that people can eat them.
Wow. Hmm.
What do you think? Do you mind yourselves eating an antelope or part of an antelope? It's a carnivorous for sure. It's like a, I was gonna say like a dog. No, it's like a cow, right? If you eat a cow, why not eat an antelope? What do you think? Do you see yourself sometime in your life eating a part of an antelope?
I don't know. Probably if someone mentioned that is an antelope, I would say no. But if someone says, it's just grilled meat, and I believe that is grilled meat, probably I could taste it and I'd noticed. I wouldn't noticed. Depending of the presentation too, I would say that.
Okay.
But I
I
don't know.
once ate rabbit. It was really good. And it's
Yeah.
also a mammal, and it's also, well, this rabbit is not wild. And, well, really, an antelope is not wild either,
No.
but it's an animal that we tend to see in the steppe or in
Hmm.
the savannah or in the jungle. Right? Well, in the desert more. What's the habitat of the antelope? Remember the savannah?
Savannah, I think so.
Yeah. How about other strange animals like a kangaroo, a koala?
No.
No,
No.
you wouldn't eat
No.
it.
No.
You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you have a positive feeling attached to the kangaroo, is it not?
Yeah.
Right?
Have you ever
Okay.
tried duck?
No, 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 no,
Oh my
never.
god. No.
Maybe I have eaten it, but accidentally, but
Ah,
not that I
duck.
deliberately
No,
looked
no,
for it.
no. Or I don't
Ah,
know.
duck,
Duck.
duck,
Yeah, yeah. No,
duck,
duck never.
duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I've eaten it, yes, and it's delicious. The meat's a bit hard, a bit harsh too, but I've tried it and I've liked it. How about you, Mitch? Have you ever eaten duck?
No.
I tried in
Never.
Vallarta too, and I don't
Okay.
know. I felt that the flavor was a little bit like strong. It's like strong flavor. I think so. I would
Well,
imagine that it was like a chicken, but not is more strong.
that was stronger, right? How about the meat? Was it tender or not so tender?
Mm, I don't remember, but I think that was tender.
Was tender. Unlike in the case of a rabbit, when I ate rabbit,
Mm-hmm.
the meat tended to be harsher, not
Mm-hmm.
so not so tender, and that's something I didn't like very much, even if it was covered with tamarind cream. That was absolutely delicious. Yeah, the rabbit was absolutely delicious in this restaurant in Guanajuato called Shenicol. That existed a long time ago, but now they put it down for some reason. But
Oh,
it was a
really?
great place, yeah, and the cuisine was just fabulous. The owner was a lady from Argentina with French ancestry. Nicole was her name. She was from Argentina,
Oh,
but her parents had been French, and she had the French recipes, and she cooked absolutely delicious. But the rabbit was a bit harsh, not very tender. That's one
mm.
thing I didn't like.
Do you know of one restaurant that makes like I don't know how to say it, um, exotic cuisine here in Guanajuato?
Exotic cuisine. Uh,
Not so common, in few words.
yeah, not really. There are lots of restaurants in Leon, but one specific that I can recommend, no, not really, Mickey. Um, I'm sure that you can Google it. Like, why don't we Google it, Mitch, Mickey? Let's Google if we have an exotic cuisine restaurant or exotic food restaurant in Guanajuato. There must be a place.
Yeah.
see. Let's Google exotic cuisine restaurant in Guanajuato. Let's see. Well, there should be some places.
Hmm?
They say, well, they say there are a few. Valadez in Guanajuato, you think?
I don't think that it's exotic.
I found one.
You found something? Okay, let's see, Mitch. Can you share it with us?
It's like it's like it's the tortilla. It's not very exotic for us, but I imagine for other countries,
Uh,
what the hell is that? Are chapulines, I think.
they're grasshoppers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like them.
I want some.
Do you eat them? Do you like them?
Yes, yes, yes. I never taste grasshopper. Well, chapulín is grasshopper, right?
I think they are.
Grasshopper.
Have you? Do you?
Well, just one time in Mexico.
Do you like them, Mickey?
Um, Not really. I don't really dislike, but it is not like, oh, I
Mm-hmm.
want to eat grasshoppers, you know. So if someone offer me, and not to be rude with him or her, probably I will take one.
Just one.
Yeah, and thank you.
Yeah, I would eat them if they were fried or toasted with lemon and what is that? Scorpion. No, that's I pass.
Yeah.
Where is that, Mitch?
Scorpion, I don't know. Maybe it's fake.
Hyrostock.
But
What are those?
uh, larvas?
Larvs.
Larvas?
No,
No.
I pass.
Yeah.
No, no, I
Search
absolutely.
rats.
Ooh. If you were not hungry, Mickey, you will be less hungry now.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
For example, in Peru,
Yeah.
uh, how do you say cuyos? Cuyos in English.
Cois,
Koi?
Coy.
Yeah, they eat kois.
Really?
Yeah. Look.
Uh,
Ay.
for
Look at that. You have a cute koi, right? That you what is this?
Yeah, and they called cobaya.
Caballo.
Cobaya.
Cobaya. Yeah.
I don't like him very much.
Oh,
No, I
No.
wouldn't need him at all.
No.
oh, I
They look
really love
cute.
them.
Yeah, they
Yes.
Yeah,
look
but
so cute, and I can't.
Hmm.
No.
you couldn't eat him, right?
No.
Also, they cook. How can I say this? Plumes, palomas,
Doves.
doves.
Well, those are more common. Doves and
Yeah.
pigeons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Como evitar que un programa que it's a funny book. I don't know. That's an interesting topic, but there are limits for the people saying I would never eat. Some people that I would, if, as Mickey says, not to be impolite, I would probably eat them. But some other dishes that I definitely would never eat. Never, never, never. For example, those larves that Mitch was showing,
Mhm.
rats,
Yeah.
only
No.
if I
Never.
was. No, no, no. Yeah.
I never eaten.
But yeah, but some others that I would like to try. For example, some mammals, like people say that you can eat, well, antelopes, other mammals which are big, not necessarily a bull or a cow. What are those? Big bulls, big mammals, Mickey, Mitch, that
Mm,
you can also eat. Big that
answers.
big
Um,
big muscle edible mammals. Edible portion of mammals. Edible portion of
What means
mammals.
edible?
Something that you can eat. Edible.
Oh,
The
okay.
parts that you can eat are the edible portion of mammals, but that's not what I'm looking for. Edible mammals. Let's see what it says. Well, all the bovine whales. Well, whales. Well, the whale is a mammal, but it's an ocean mammal.
yeah,
Goat. Well, I've eaten goat. Llama. The llama. The llama or llama. You can eat that as well. But I
yeah,
don't know if I would like to eat it.
yeah. I don't know.
People say that you can eat them in Peru, I think. Yeah,
Mm,
I believe you can.
yeah, so probably.
They take advantage of their wool because, similar as the sheep, they have wool, I believe. And you can also eat the meat.
Wow.
Well,
There's a series
someday we will find out.
on Netflix, teacher. I recommend you. It's called
Yes.
Somebody Fit Feel, and uh, it's a guy who travel around the world and he visits. I don't know. He came to Mexico. He came to Oaxaca, to Mexico City, and he tastes like the traditions and the most popular food in the area, and it's so interesting. I saw all the well. I have pending two seasons, but the rest of the seasons I've seen in English, and it's interesting. I really like it. It's funny.
Okay. What's the name of it again, Mickey, please?
Somebody Fit Phil. His name is
Oh,
Phil
okay.
Rosen. I don't remember what. Somebody Fit
Oh,
Phil.
okay. Field. Okay, I'll look it up. Thank you very much, Mickey.
That's true.
Well, see you on when? See you on Wednesday, right?
I think that today is Wednesday.
I'm sorry, Wednesday, Friday. See you on Friday at
Yes,
four
teacher.
then. All
Um,
right.
it is possible to you. I don't know if it's not possible. There's no problem. Uh, and I need to see if Mitch is available too.
Mm,
I don't know. Probably I need to stay more time in the school on Friday, but it's not probably tomorrow or on Saturday in the morning. Can we reschedule only this Friday? Because the next week we start exams and we are preparing like works in teams and all that stuff.
Right. Probably it'd be easier to do it on Sunday morning, Mickey.
Sunday
If
morning.
it is not too early, or Saturday. Can we confirm that tomorrow? I mean, tomorrow I can't really because I have I'm totally swamped with work tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe Saturday in the afternoon or Sunday morning. Is that would that be okay for Mitch and Mickey?
mm, Sunday morning.
Yeah, if
Sunday
it's at Sunday morning, it's okay. Just in
Sunday morning.
this week because
Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. I know things happen. Don't worry. Yeah, I think we could. So let's just confirm tomorrow or Friday itself the time on Sunday, right?
yes, sure. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
teacher.
enjoy. Take care. Good to see you, Mitch, Mickey.
Enjoy.
You too, teacher. Thank you very
Enjoy.
much.
Take
Take
care.
care.
See you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for the class.